We're coming to you today from the concert room at St. George's Hall. This is the very first building in the world to have air conditioning. There's a labyrinth of Victorian pipes bringing warm air in and taking stale air out. This building breathes. When Dickens performed here, he called it the most perfect room in the world. When he read here, or Lesley Garret sang here, or lovers exchanged their vows here, it literally took their breath away. And now, the singing and the laughter have stopped. Even in Liverpool, we've had to learn to walk alone. No more crowds pouring out of the stadiums into Glawdys Street or Priory Road with hope in their hearts. No more high-heeled hen nights, I will surviving around Concert Square. In the churches, no choirs are singing. There are no cellars full of noise. Listen. One of the world's most joyously musical cities has fallen silent. And instead of those hen night conga lines or stadium waves, there's a whole new social choreography, the elbow bump. That reassuring, yes, I'm still here, nod on your morning walk. The conversations held through open windows. The people sitting talking to each other from opposite ends of the park bench as though the empty space between them was full of ghosts. One thing about silence is it makes you listen. You learn what's important. Like, for instance, your breath, which can be taken away or can take your loved ones away. 150,000 of them, many of them alone, gasping for that one last breath. You learn how important it is to have a hand to hold in those last moments, to have the chance to say at the last the things you always meant to say. 150,000 funerals with no, the family would like you to join them after the service for refreshments, for solace, for memories, for I haven't seen you in donkey's years, for embraces. Probably all know someone. And then there are the people who we didn't quite know, like Brian, the man who ran my nearest Merseyrail station, who I saw nearly every day, but whose surname I never knew, and who died of COVID right at the start of this. Brian was one of those people who always went the extra mile. He remembered your name, he asked after the children, he passed on the news. If you'd had a long journey home, if you'd missed your connection, if the trip had been a waste of time, and you saw Brian as you climbed down onto the platform, you could have a bit of banter and think, oh, well, I'm home now. All of these little gestures added up to one great gift, a gift he gave freely to everybody. He made you feel as if you mattered. He gave you back a little bit of your humanity with your change. Being pleasant, showing an interest, doing our best for each other, taking the trouble to raise a smile. These may sound like small, unheroic virtues, but these are the qualities that have got us through this. That stern, joyful discipline of noticing other people, keeping an eye out for each other, being interested enough to speak, to listen, to wish well, to do our best for each other. These are the virtues in which this city abounds. In the silence, we have heard one great truth. The truth is, we mean a lot to each other. The little gestures, the, are you all right? The, I'm off to the shops, can I get you anything? The, I'm sorry for your loss. These are mighty as vaccines. For the growing good of this world, wrote George Eliot, is partly dependent on unhistoric acts, and that things are not so ill with you and me as they might have been, is half owing to the number who live faithfully. I was thinking about those benches. Nearly every bench in this city has got a little plaque on it in memory of someone or other. So there are ghosts on those benches, ghosts that are saying, come here, sit by me. The prom where I walk every day is built on the rubble that was bought from Bootle after the Blitz, a bright phoenix that we brought out of the flames. The lost are never really lost. They have gone before us, as we say, marked with the sign of faith, and they are never silent. In the laughter of memory, in the sigh of grief, they speak to us. They say, you'll never walk alone. And one day soon we will, like this wonderful room, breathe easy again.